Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a small Criterion haul for you. This happens to be a few extra titles that I ordered from the 50% off Barnes & Noble sale that happened. I think it ended at the end of November. So I wanted to show you the last few titles that I picked up. But I'm sitting here in front of my Criterion shelf, and I also wanted to show an area that I've created called the Criterion Hallway. So this is my Criterion Hallway. This is a kind of a mini project I've been working on for some time, really wanting to put all of my Criterion releases on one shelf. And if you're following the Criterion Collection channel on YouTube, you know they have this feature called the Criterion Closet, which is a great feature that I love, where actors and directors come in and pick films that they like. So I've always wanted to have a special area that has all of my Criterion films. This is it, and I've been able to add quite a few more titles to my collection in 2021, and I'm hoping to add more in 2022. I'll be doing a full Criterion Collection video early in the year, early in 2022 also, but wanted to just reveal this area. Let me know in the comments below too if you have a special area for your Criterion Collection. These happen to be organized by spine number, but let me know if you have a specific organization for your Criterion Collection. But I'm really happy with this area, and I'm hoping that it's going to be growing. It's almost taken up a full shelf at this point. So I'm really excited to expand my Criterion Collection in 2022. Here's what I picked up at the end of last month. The first one is lately I've been into Jimmy Stewart Westerns, and this one is Destry Rides Again. This is one I did not have. And I love the artwork on the front of this one, and there's the back of that. This happens to be spine number 1024 from the Criterion Collection. And again, I'm really interested in Jimmy Stewart Westerns, so let me know in the comments below if you have a favorite Jimmy Stewart Western. I recently saw Shenandoah, which I really enjoyed. But this one also has a new interview with Donald Dewey, author of James Stewart, a biography, so I'm really interested in that. Let me know again in the comments below if you have a favorite one. The next release I picked up is the original version of Cat People from director Jacques Turner. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. This happens to be spine number 833 from the Criterion Collection. And there's the back of that one. I saw a movie in October called Curse of the Demon, which is by the same director, and I really liked it. So I really wanted to pick up this original version of Cat People. And this has some extra features on it. A 2008 feature-length documentary called Val Lewton, The Man in the Shadows, that explores the life and career of the legendary Hollywood producer, an interview with the director from 1979, new interview with the cinematographer, which looks really good. So happy to add this one to my collection. Again, this year I may have mentioned in some other videos that I've been trying to kind of fill in the gaps in my collection, and so I'm happy that I picked this one up. Speaking of that too, I am a big fan of Andrei Tarkovsky, and I didn't have this one in my collection. This is Ivan's Childhood. I did a series of videos on Tarkovsky on the channel, and this is one of my absolute favorites. There's the back of that one also. I just love studying Tarkovsky films, and this is one that ranks way up at the top. And this happens to be spine number 397 from the Criterion Collection. So again, didn't have this one. Have I think all of his other films now, but I didn't have Ivan's Childhood. Also, this next one is one that I know a lot of people talked about picking up at the last few sales, and this is The Furies from director Anthony Mann. And I don't really know that too much about this one, but I love the packaging. I love the artwork on this one. This one happens to be spine number, I want to say here, even though it's covered 435 from the Criterion Collection. You can see too, some of the Criterion Collection releases come with a book, which is great to see. I have a couple of those. I think there's another film that I have that also has a book with. Actually, there's a couple of them that I have. There's an Eric Romer set over here that I can see right away that has a book with it. So, which is again a great thing to have. I'm glad Criterion does this too, just to give you a little extra material to study as you're looking at these films. Also, been filling in the gaps on my collection of Richard Linklater films, and this one I've seen before, Boyhood. Didn't have this one in my collection, so I'm so happy that I picked it up. Very unique story behind this particular film and how it was filmed over the years with the same actors. And this one is spine number 839 from the Criterion Collection. I just love listening to Richard Linklater talk, so I could listen to interviews with him for hours and hours, of course. And I think this one also does have It does have a new discussion featuring Linklater and actress Patricia Arquette and Elliot Coltrane, moderated by producer John Pearson. New conversation between Coltrane and actor Ethan Hawke, which is cool. New video essay by critic Michael Koreski about time in Linklater's films. So lots of extra features on these, as you know from watching the channel. I love the Criterion Collection because they have so many extra features. I know other labels have that, but I'm really excited to explore these in the film Boyhood. And finally, one that's been on my list for a long time. I'm a big fan of Talking Heads, and this one happens to be True Stories, directed by, this is a film by David Byrne, of course, the lead singer for Talking Heads, and of course he has a great solo career too. And there's the back of that one. Love the artwork on this. Really creative to have John Goodman's face there upside down on the cover, which is pretty interesting. This one is spine number 951, and it's a digipack, which is very cool. This has, again, lots of extra features on it. New documentary about the designer of the film, essays, a 1986 piece by actor Spalding Gray on the film's production. So many extra things that you see with these releases, and so I'm excited to have this one in the collection finally after all these years. Again, I've been working to kind of update my, really fill in the gaps in the collection here. I think I'm over 300 films that I have in my collection now from the Criterion Collection. But as I mentioned before, I'm going to be doing a full collection tour early in 2022. All the titles that I have, these in the back here on my Criterion shelf are in spine number order, but let me know in the comments below if you like to order your Criterion Collection in a specific way. Lots of people like alphabetical, or I've seen also some by color, which is very interesting too. I love the Criterion Collection, but there's lots of other labels that I enjoy too. Kino Lorber is one of them, Warner Archive. But this just happens to be one of the collections that I really enjoy, that I really go back to quite a bit, quite often as I'm studying the works of various directors and artists. So hopefully you enjoyed the last few Criterion sales. I'm sure there'll be a flash sale, soon coming up in 2022. Hopefully more Barnes & Noble sales, which would be great too. Thanks so much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, click on like, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I hope everyone is having a wonderful holiday season. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.